top 8 red flags that most men miss in women. These red flags right here, these are going to quite literally determine if your relationship's going to make it long term or not. The nice guys or the inexperienced guys, and I used to be both of these men, are typically going to be the ones that will skip out or like look past or not even know that this is a red flag. So if you are somebody right now that thinks you need to do better with women or have more experience with women, this is a video you're really going to watch, because I'm telling you right now from experience, bro, if a girl displays one or a lot of these or all of these, that is somebody that will not make it long term with you. And if you're someone that's going to move forward with a girl like that, just know at some point you're going to get hurt or she's going to leave your life. Let's get right into it. Number 1, they are disrespectful towards you in front of others or by yourself. That could be like, like a narcissist, for example, would be somebody that's just gonna degrade you and talk down to you, and they're better than you. They're the king of the world, they're God, and you're just a peasant. That's what I mean by like by yourself. Now, if you're with friends, like let's say, for example, if you're at dinner with another couple and your girlfriend starts saying things about you in front of this couple that's disrespectful towards you, that is not okay. You have to look at this situation. You're going to be okay taking your girlfriend out to dinner and paying for that dinner when she is sitting here saying negative things about you in front of this other couple? Think about your self-esteem and your ego. How is that going to make you look in front of this other couple? If a girl's saying something bad about you and then the girl herself is talking about you, do you think you're going to be viewed as like a great man? I don't know how to word that, but do you think you're going to be looked at in a positive light from this couple sitting in front of you? Now, if they also think that what your girlfriend's doing is rude, then, the blame can be pointed like at your girlfriend. But that is something we want to be on the lookout for. If a girl is disrespectful towards you at all, it's likely because her mom was disrespectful towards her father, and that means that this daughter grew up seeing that that was okay, and the dad likely did a bad job. Now, number 2, I feel like some people are going to be for this and then against this. So it really depends on the situation. But if they hide their phone when they're around you, this is why I say situational, because going to the bathroom with your phone, I mean, even I do that. Like if you're at dinner and the girl's constantly going to the bathroom and taking her phone, or if she like flips her phone face down when she's with you, or if she's like, like if you ask her, hey, can I have, like you're driving in the car and you're like, hey, I want to play a song, can I have your phone so I can type it in? And she goes, no, just tell me what it is. Like if she's not really willing to give you her phone and you feel like this is one of those where you're going to have to be like, okay, it feels like something's not right. And I say this because I remember I filmed a video, I think a long time ago, where I mentioned something like this in the past, and a guy was like, well, when I'm with a girl, I flip my phone face down because I don't want my notifications going off when I'm at a table with her. Then in that case, bro, put your fucking phone away. Why is your phone even out? It shouldn't be. You are going to see if this is like a constant thing. And if it's a constant thing and you think she's hiding something from you, chances are she is hiding something from you. And I can say this because I have been with women in the past where I was texting other girls and I wasn't in a relationship with the girl I was with, but it was a girl I was dating. So even though we're not official, if she sees a notification from another girl pop up on my phone, that's not going to feel good to her. I'm saying that yes, I have hit something like that before. If you're not dating a girl and she doesn't want you to see another guy she's talking to, that's really none of your business anyways. You guys aren't official, therefore she can do whatever she wants. But if you guys are official, whether that's the boyfriend or girlfriend doing it, that's not okay. How are you going to trust someone that's constantly hiding their phone from you? Number 3, this one is my biggest red flag. Women will get more upset at this with a man than a man does with a woman. And I've seen this firsthand from my ex-girlfriend. For me, my biggest sign of respect is if you tell me you are going to do something, you better do it. If you don't, that's like a fuck you to the face to me. And I'm telling you this, if you're a man watching this, look at your girlfriend's reaction if she asks you to do something and you don't. I remember when I first heard about that, because I mean, I've seen it firsthand, but I didn't realize that women cared more than men do. I think it comes down to women just don't feel safe around you. They don't feel like they can trust you. You said you were going to do something and you didn't. So women take this more seriously than men do. But again, for me, this is a sign of respect for me personally. So this one's going to be more personal to me than it would for you. But again, if you tell me you're going to do something, I need you to do something. So let me give you an example of what I mean. I remember I was texting this girl, and the last text message that I sent to her was, hey, text me later. Some time had passed. I don't really know how long it's been, but I know it was long enough where I was like, I don't think I'm ever going to hear from this girl again. And then I run into this girl in person, and we sat there and we talked, and we got along just like we did when we were hanging out. And I found out it was a miscommunication. I told her, repeated, hey, I didn't know if I was going to hear from you again because I told you to text me later. And then she was like, well, I was hoping you would text me. And I was like, well, I did tell you to do something, which was text me later. So I get you wanted me to text you. But again, I did tell you to do something. And I just didn't think I was going to hear from you again. And that conversation came down to just a miscommunication between me and her. But I wanted to give you an example. I didn't think I was going to hear from this girl again because I told her to do something and I had thought she just disappeared on me for whatever reason. Another situation, I'll give you another example of this, a completely different one. I remember I asked my ex-girlfriend, because I'm in a wheelchair, I asked my ex-girlfriend if she could vacuum. I think I had my M4 competition at the time. And our driveway was downhill and I can't really get into that seat very well where the feet go to clean it. And I asked her if she would please clean my car, or like the vacuum it, like the front of it, since she was going out there and doing hers. And she was like, yeah, that's fine. Because I went out there and I cleaned her car every weekend. Like I would clean the outside of it. Something I enjoyed. So I asked her to do something. And I remember the weekend goes by and I was like, hey babe, I was like, have you decided you're not going to clean my car? And then she freaked out on me saying, she was like, oh, I didn't know you wanted me to do it now, blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, the weekend's gone and you work all week and now I'm going to be left with a dirty car that I can't clean myself. And I even made it a point to this girl several fucking times. And I told her, I said, it is a major sign of disrespect when you tell me you're going to do something and you don't do it. And this was the exact same girl that I remember. She asked me to feed the cats one time, and I genuinely forgot. And as soon as she brought it up, I felt so fucking guilty. I was like, oh my God. I was like, no, I didn't do it. I'm so sorry. I'll do it right now. She was not okay with that. This is a red flag for me. It might not be for you, but I won't ask you for help if I don't need it personally. So again, this is a personal one. Number 4, they're angry all of the time, or they always have a bad attitude. I remember I dated a girl that I've known her for years. Like she was in my group of friends. We hung out all the time. Her and I got along so well. I never knew that we would start dating in the future. And at the time, she was going through her fiance. They weren't married. They were getting married, but her fiance ended up breaking up with her. So she was dealing with that too, which could have amplified the situation I was in with her. But I remember every single time her and I would hang out, every single time, it always seemed like there was something that she had to fucking complain about. Always something she had to complain about. And I'm telling you, this is a red flag because she had a bad attitude. Even when she wasn't angry, it just seemed like she was like negative all the time. This is a red flag because if you get involved with that, you are slowly going to become a negative and like angry person. You ever hear that quote, you're the average of the 5 people you hang out with? This is why I am very selective in who I choose to spend time with. Very selective. I do not do okay around constantly negative people. That will cause issues in your own fucking head later down the road. I promise you. Number 5, they have a bad relationship with her father. So if we tie this back to number 1, they're disrespectful with you. If she does not get along well with her dad, if she does not respect her father, if her father is not the leader of the house, then there's a good chance that she is going to not treat you very well or just like not be able to communicate with you in a respectful way at all. The girl's father is going to dictate how she behaves towards a man inside of a relationship when that girl gets older. If you ever ask a girl, hey, can you tell me about the relationship with your father? If she says, oh yeah, it's good, and then you ask her to explain, like, well, what do you mean? Like, do you guys spend time together? Like, what do you guys do? Do you respect him? Blah, blah, blah. And if she doesn't answer any of that, or she's very vague about it, or she doesn't want to talk about it, because I've dated a girl that said, yeah, it's good. Him and I get along. That's all she said. And then with her mom, she was like, yeah, yeah, my relationship with my mom's good. And she hesitated. And then I was like, well, what do you mean good? She goes, I love my mom. And we get along. Both of those, she didn't really elaborate on them. And this was a girl that had terrible communication, which tells me that both of her parents really didn't do a good job at raising this girl. And if her parents did not do a good job at raising them, especially the dad, she is going to treat you poorly or not treat you how you deserve to be treated as a man. Okay, next one, number 6, is going to be they constantly get upset over things you say. If you started dating your girlfriend and you used to joke and play and tease her, and she would laugh at things like all the time, and then you start noticing that she's starting to get more and more upset over the little things you say, but this is stuff that you've always said before. You're no different. You keep teasing her the same way, but yet now she's starting to get like a bad attitude towards you. This is because she's likely building up resentment towards you. One of the 4 horsemen of a failing relationship is resentment. I think David Gottman, is the one that discovered that, because resentment is having negative feelings towards somebody. So if your girlfriend went from being like super fun and playful, enjoyable to be around, but now all of a sudden you feel like you got to watch your mouth around her, that's not okay. Something is going on, or she feels a certain way about you, or you did something that she has not brought up or that has not been fixed, and now she's harboring bad feelings towards you. That will eventually end that relationship, because women act based on how they feel, and if she's harboring bad feelings for you, so my ex, I'm single now, she broke up with me. So if a girl is holding resentment and she's getting upset over everything, which she never used to, something's going on. And we either need to figure it out, or that's not okay for you to be hiding information from me. 2, it takes 2 people to make a relationship work. And if she's holding resentment, this is actually going to tie into number 7. They have poor communication. A lot of people with an avoidant attachment style do not know how to communicate. They were taught when they were by their parents, it's safer to be by themselves than it is to be with a partner and communicate. So while these people want love, they don't know how to communicate because their parents never taught them how to communicate. I don't know if you can hear my cats fucking with the front door right now. So just know that that's where that resentment's going to come from, is your girlfriend's inability to communicate with you. And women act based on how they feel. Women are natural communicators. So if your girlfriend is not communicating with you, like if you really have to fucking work for it, or if you try to get her to explain how she's feeling and she would rather avoid the conversation, like if she would rather go on to something else and avoid that conversation altogether, that is a major red flag. You are likely dealing with somebody that just does not know how to communicate. And yet again, a relationship cannot exist if 2 people do not communicate. It takes 2. You're either growing together or you're growing, in my case, separately, guys. Number 8, this was another one that avoidance will do, and my ex-girlfriend did. Women that are just placing a lower value on you in a relationship. Number 8, the last one, they do not prioritize you. Now, there are situations where work or a life event has to come before the relationship. But women, for the most part, when they're in love with you, they want you, like a normal, healthy woman wants your attention all the time. A normal, healthy woman that's in love with you will make you top, because you're her partner. You guys are growing together. There was situations where my girlfriend told me she would get back to me when she had the time, and she chose to call her girlfriend on the phone and talk instead. And then she texted me saying, "Hey, I did this," and so she was going into job number 2 at the time when she knew I could not talk to her again. So she had an hour to get back to me. So instead of doing what she said she would, she ended up calling her girlfriend and talking for the entire time that she could have at least messaged me first and then called, or at least answered my question and then called. Because I even asked my mom if that was okay, because at first I was like, Am I overreacting? So instead of texting me like she said she would, which goes back to number 3, saying they'll do something and don't, she chose to call her girlfriend for the full hour that I could have heard from her, and then she sent me a text message not answering what she said she was going to answer and saying, hey, sorry, I was talking to my friend, and then because I lived with her, she goes, I think something like, I'll see you when you get home or something like that. And then I never got that answer that I was looking for. Instead of getting back to her partner who she lived with, she chose to talk to her girlfriend instead. Let me explain. Women are like cats. They're going to come and go as they please. They're kind of going to do what they want. But this is why I say these are red flags. Because if a girl who's in love with you, and this girl was, if they're not prioritizing you, that's a trust thing. You had a chance to get back to me, and you chose not to. You valued that conversation with your friend who lives several states away over your partner that you live with. I hope you can see how that would be kind of like that's not okay. I live with you, and yet you chose to talk to somebody where who live several states away. Maybe I'm justifying it. I'm sure you could find something similar to that. But this is me trying to explain to you what I meant by number 8. Hey, if you guys have anything else that you want to add to this video, leave them in the comment section down below. I'm sure myself and others would love to hear what you've been through and what you would think is a red flag. If you're a man right now that wants help with pickup, dating, relationships, or any other life problems you got going on, like making money or starting a business, click the link in my description, book a one-on-one coaching call with me. Let me help you, fix whatever problem you've got going on. I help men just live better lives. That's what I do. So I film videos like this. If you like this video, guys, check out this one right here. You're going to love that one as well. Gentlemen, I will see you in the next one.